Hey, welcome to my journey into another menu planning grocery haul. You probably hear my coffee in the background, so you know it's early. Got me a new coffee pot, one of those Hamilton Beach Flex Brews, so I can do the carafe on one side and the single cup on the other, and it's one of those thermal carafes. Oh, I forgot to heat it. Oh well, it's okay. My first cup of the day is always the single cup because I'm not waiting, and then I'll do the brew. Anyway, whatever. So this week, let's see. We got, not really a lot of new recipes. Just kind of, took it simple this week. I pulled out my old binder style of menu planning, and it went so quickly. The hardest part is when I'm looking through new recipes, trying to find recipes, trying to decide on one. And the binder has everything we make that we like. I had to add some new stuff to it because I hadn't used that binder in a long time. But it's a Post-it note binder. And if you want to go and see where I learned about it from, I don't know how many years back. It's made by, I'll tell you what. I will put it at the bottom of the screen or the top of the screen. I read somewhere someone said, don't put your things at the bottom of the screen because people who have to use the captions can't read it. So that's why I try to remember to put it at the top or over my face or something like that. And I thought, well, that was a very useful bit of information because I know some people do have to rely on the closed captioning, which I used to do, by the way. So I understand. But anyway, it just made this week's meal plan go so simple because I just had everything. Like I knew on my freezer inventory that I had whatever meat I had. So I went to that section. So for the beef, I could look and see, okay, what beef do we like that uses this? Because don't rely on my memory to make something. David will say, you hadn't made so-and-so in a long time. I'm like, well, I hadn't thought about it in a long time. So anyway, you go look that up. It might be something you're interested in. So anyway, we will start on this menu. So today I have one of the Amish breakfast casseroles. It's good. I've been enjoying it with some ketchup. I like ketchup on my eggs and my hash browns, and this got hash browns and eggs, so there you go. And then I have another taco casserole that I prepped. For supper, we're having some breaded pork chops. David went to the store a week or so ago, and he found in the pre-made, it's raw meat in the raw meat section, but they're pre-made, like breaded or seasoned or marinated or whatever. He found some breaded pork chops on clearance. So he grabbed those, and I threw them in the freezer. So we're going to have those with some fried squash. Oh, do I have squash on my? Okay, I think I do. And crowder peas. And then Thursday, I will still have one more Amish casserole and one more taco casserole. I have been having the taco casserole with some sour cream, shredded lettuce, and the Herdez green salsa. So good. And then chicken broccoli stir fry. And this is a new recipe. Yeah, that's a new recipe. And fried rice, which is not a new recipe. And then for breakfast Friday, I thought I would make those peanut butter chaffles again. I really like those. And this is going to be such a toddler lunch. But I just couldn't think of anything. And I have some chicken nuggets in the freezer that I bought just for us to have on hand. And I know they're breaded, but still they're protein. So I'm going to have some chicken nuggets and cucumbers. So that gets in our protein and my non-starchy vegetable. And then for supper, spaghetti beef casserole. Oh, I meant to write down corn. I think I was going to make some corn with that. But that's a recipe I've made before, and we really like it. Then Saturday, I'm going to do something easy, just an egg sandwich. And I'm not buying any bread for myself, so I'll just use either David's bread or one of these little bagel thins I have that I've never gotten around to eating, or keto mug bread or something. And then prep is I'm going to eat what I prep, and we'll talk about that in a minute. And then I put eat out because every Saturday, I did this before, I would just finally started putting eat out on Saturday because every Saturday, for whatever reason, I never feel like cooking. And I'm just like, can we just eat out? And he's like, well, yeah, So I told him this week, I said, I just put eat out on the menu because I'm not even going to plan a meal, buy the food, and then not make the food. So I'm just going to plan to eat out. And then if something happens and we don't eat out, we have stuff here, I'll just throw something together. And then Sunday, I'm going to have my breakfast prep and my lunch prep. And then for supper, we're going to have some fish tacos. I've got that cod in the freezer that I keep putting on the menu and I keep not making. And so I thought we hadn't had fish tacos in a long time and we really, really like them. I have some of the La Banderita carb counter tortillas in the cabinet. So my lips are dry. I'm sorry to keep doing that. Okay. Then Monday for breakfast and lunch will be my prep. Supper, country style steak and gravy because I have some cube steak in the freezer with some cream potatoes and okra. And these, except for the spaghetti beef casserole, I'll eat that because it's all together. But like when I make him the cream potatoes, I'm just going to let him eat that. I'm going to try to stay away from as many carbs as I can. Some, obviously, I'll have. Just some, when I can stay away, I'll stay away. And then Tuesday, prep. And then I have been wanting what I called a couple years ago my Thanksgiving chicken stack. Because at that time I would not eat turkey. Now, I've got now to where I'll eat turkey. But at Thanksgiving, they would have the turkey and the dressing and the cranberry sauce and the gravy all over it. And I wanted it so bad, but I couldn't make myself eat that turkey. So one day I just grilled me a little piece of chicken, stacked it. The recipe's on my website. It's as simple as can be. It's just a stack. That's why I named it that. I put a piece of my little grilled chicken. Then I put some stuffing, which I just use stovetop, Walmart brand. Some cranberry sauce. Pour the gravy over it. Heinz in a jar. You can't be easier. Cranberry jelly sauce. Jelly to cranberry sauce. Stack it up, eat it. There you go. That's what I'm having with some green beans. So that is my week. I think it sounds like a good week. And you know what? I don't mind taking help from the store. Because sometimes if I don't take help from the store, I ain't going to cook. I'll just be honest with you. I'm just not that into cooking like I used to be. And then for my prep, this week I'm going to make some sausage gravy breakfast bowls. Hadn't made those in a while. And they're full of protein because it's eggs. I don't think I'm going to put no rice in it. I usually put rice on the bottom or hash browns. I don't think I'm going to do either one of those. I'm just going to do eggs and sausage because I have some sausage in the freezer that we really need to use up. And then just some Pioneer gravy mix. And then this is a recipe, antipasto pasta salad. I'm just taking my antipasto subs recipe that is on my website. And all these will be linked in my description box. And turning it into a pasta salad. And I'm going to try this new pasta that's full of protein. Chickpea pasta. Banza. I saw on TikTok she was making a pasta salad. I'm like, oh, well. And she called it protein pasta salad. I'm like, well, let me go to the comments and see what kind of protein pasta you're talking about. And it's this Banza chickpea. It's got like 20 or 21 grams of protein in a serving. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to take my antipasto sub, those ingredients, put it with some pasta. There you go. There's my meal prep. And then I am going to try to get around to making, I got chickpeas on my grocery list. Roy's over at Recipes with Roy. He has cookie dough hummus. It just sounded like something I need. And I got pretzels, which I'm going to have to be careful. I mean, I could eat it on celery, but let's face it, that ain't going to happen. I'll just have to be careful with how many pretzels I eat, since they're a simple carb, but I think for a treat that they'll be fine. And then I do want to make some protein pudding. Not the TikTok protein pudding. I tried it, and with the powdered protein that I have, it didn't work. I guess it has to be the liquid powdered protein powder. I'm getting my words mixed up. I guess it has to be the liquid protein drinks that set up with the pudding mix. So I didn't make it. But when I went to the nutritionist, she gave me a handout. She told me, she said, try the protein pudding. So their protein pudding, I'll go ahead and tell you, because you might want to make it too. if you don't use the drinks and you have the powder and you need to use the powder up, like I need to use my powder. It is 1 box of the sugar-free pudding mix, and the milk you use is the Fairlife milk because it's got more protein in it than regular milk, and I use the fat-free. And I have that on hand because I bought it to use in protein drinks and I hadn't got around to drinking them. But that Fairlife milk will last in your refrigerator forever, it seems. And 2 scoops of protein powder. So the first one I'm going to make, of course, is chocolate. So I'm going to use Fairlife milk. And it didn't say 2 cups, but it just says use the milk. So I'm assuming it means make the pudding as stated on the box. So I'm going to use the 2 cups of the Fairlife milk, a box of the chocolate fudge. I like it better than the chocolate. Sugar-free pudding mix, and 2 scoops of my Quest chocolate milkshake protein powder. I'm going to try that. I may make that today. I don't know. I have not decided, but I do want to try to make that. So that is my menu plan for the week. I hope I'm getting myself back on track. I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying. Now, after the groceries, you're going to see something that I never put on a grocery haul, and that's my thrift haul. I had some time to kill yesterday, and I had to go to the Salvation Army Senior Citizens Day. So I hit a couple of ones, and I found a few things. This is my top. You'll see it in the haul, but I said I know it'll fit, and it does. It fits. So this is my top I got for, I don't know, a couple bucks because it was Senior Citizen Day. Anyway, that is a short little thing coming up at the end of the grocery haul. So if you're not interested, you can just stop off at the end of the groceries and then you'll be done. But if you want to see what I got at the thrift store, which I think I got some cool stuff, then stick around to the whole rest of the video. So let's just turn around and get started looking at that stuff. So first up we have Walmart. And I have my skim milk. David wanted grape juice, and he drinks the diet. Then I got a whole bunch of just canned and bagged and packaged stuff today. That's just what I needed, and that's what we got. Needed some bacon bits. I get these little real bacon pieces. And Dijon mustard. And they had to substitute. They didn't have the Walmart, so they substituted this Golden's spicy brown. And some no sugar added ketchup, and some more of the Herdez salsa verde, the mild. Ooh, this stuff is really good. That's what I have been putting on my taco pie this week. And David wanted more of the uncured turkey bacon. It's the Sam's Choice. If you eat this, let's see. It's good. I've tasted it. 45 calories for 1 slice and 5 grams of protein. So I think that's a good deal. No carbs. Then I needed more cheese sticks because that's one of my go-tos. The mozzarella cheese in the block is for my antipasto pasta salad. I wanted little cubes instead of shreds. And then I needed some more chicken broth in the carton because I had run out of that. We were out of barbecue sauce. I like to have a regular one on hand because sometimes we don't want sugar-free. And then I needed a sugar-free one because sometimes we do. Now this is a new flavor, sweet and smoky. Well, it might not be new, but it's new to me instead of the original. I thought maybe that would taste close to one of Sonny's restaurant's sauces. And then I needed a red wine vinegar. That is for, I think, my pasta salad, for the dressing on my pasta salad. And David is almost out of his hamburger dill chips. The gravy is for my Thanksgiving chicken stack. And the tomato soup is for my spaghetti beef casserole. And I needed another beef broth. And then the cranberry sauce is also for my Thanksgiving chicken stack. And I got a couple of the vanilla puddings, sugar-free. I got a couple of the Pioneer country gravy mix. I got one to use for my meal prep and then one to have on hand because sometimes David will decide he wants gravy. And I didn't have any in the drawer, so that's why I got one to have on hand. And then these I wanted to try. This is the first time. I don't think I've tried them yet. If I have, I don't remember. But I don't think every time I try to get them that they have them. They were out of the nacho flavored. And these are cheaper than the Quest. And I've read that people like them better. So we're going to see. I've got to try to start replacing some of these things I'm eating until I can get out of the habit of these little snacks. I've got to replace them with some protein versions. And then the unflavored gelatin is for some sugar-free Jell-O using the drink mix packets. Saw it on TikTok. Needed some avocado oil spray. Did not have any more pinto beans in the can. Sometimes I forget if we're going to have a bean. I forget to get it started cooking when it's dry. So I do like to have some canned beans on hand. And speaking of, the chickpeas are for the hummus that I want to try from Roy. These artichoke hearts are for my pasta salad. And this is for my pasta salad. This is what I was telling you in the menu part. Made from chickpeas, 20 grams of protein and 8 grams of fiber in a serving. Let's see if I can get without a glare. A serving is 2 ounces dry. That makes a big serving. So once I add all my vegetables, I'm positive I'm not going to have a 2 ounce dry serving cooked up. So I'm not going to have 20 grams of protein, but it's going to be more than if I had whole wheat pasta. So I got the rotini and I got the cavatappi. I'll decide whichever one I want to use. They did not have elbows, so I got these. And the chicken stuffing, that's what I told you. I use the Walmart brand. To me, it's just as good. That's what I always use, unless I'm feeling fancy. Then I go stovetop. And some Slim Jims, because I am out of those. And that is all for Walmart. So I'm going to get this stuff put up and run the food line. And that's where my produce is coming from. Okay, now we're going to look at Food Line. And when you see what I found at Food Line today, you're going to be amazed at the deals I got. So let's look at the regular stuff first. I'm way back here because I've got so much over here, but I had to get some more onions, and I like the sweet kind. You can't see it, but that's the sweet onions. And then the squash is for supper tonight. And then David needed his bread, and then, of course, some eggs, always eggs. And then he drinks the decaffeinated tea, and he was out of that. This I need for my pasta salad, and this is the perfect size. The little sprinkles, and they're tasty, too. Now, I didn't really like how all their lettuce looked, but I thought we might want a salad this week, and you're going to see why in a minute. So, I went ahead and got it. And then some more bananas. And then in here, I got a pink lady apple because the produce man, one of them, was standing there and we were talking. And then I was telling him how good I like the Honeycrisp, which is right here. Got to have some, I got some over here I got to cook, but I got to have an apple for Jacob because he likes to get an apple when he comes. So I like the Honeycrisp. That's my new favorite apple. He said, well, to him, Pink Lady was a good close second. I said, well, I'm going to get one to try. So this is a Pink Lady. And then some avocados. Let's see. Cilantro, that is for, I can't remember what I'm making with cilantro. Oh, our fish tacos. That's for our fish tacos. So is the avocado. And now this is for what I was saying on the Walmart, where I've got to get myself out of this snacking on these things I shouldn't have. So I'm getting some protein snacks to take the place until maybe I can quit the snacking. I don't, as bad as it is, I don't know that I can go cold turkey. And then they had the nacho cheese in Quest. And the low-fat half and half was back in stock, so I was excited to see that. And then David wanted to try, let me get this out of the way, the chocolatey Special K. And I was talking to him on the phone, and he was wondering what the calories were. And you know what? For a chocolatey cereal, when you put skim milk in it, which is what he uses, a cup of cereal and 3/4 cup of milk is only 230 calories. So he was cool with that. And then I got this Allegro marinade. We like that on our bacon-wrapped pork tenderloin. We hadn't had that in a long time, but you're going to see in a minute. We're going to have it again. And then I went for the English cucumbers. They're just better than the other ones. The other ones just have not been lasting me. These seem to last me better. And the okra was on sale, so I went ahead and got a bag to have in the freezer. And the broccoli, that is for our, I'm pretty sure our chicken stir fry. I think chicken and broccoli stir fry. Is that what we're having? Is that what I said? I can't remember. And crowder peas. That's the only place I can find them. Well, they might have them at Harris Teeter, but I don't hardly ever shop there anymore. So I did pick up 3 cans to have in the cabinet. And I thought I had a can of mixed beans, but I was standing there looking at the beans and realized I did not. And then they had the pudding in stock that Walmart's didn't have. The banana cream and the chocolate fudge. Now, I hit it just right for the meat markdown. And I loaded this up because our freezer was empty. And it is not going to be empty after this. Sit back, relax with your cup of coffee. We're fixing to find some bargains. And I'm going to show you the before and the after. So we got these little boneless pork chops. $4.89 down to $1.52. These are bone-in chops. Oh, I can't hardly see. $9.67 down to $5.80, and that's the same thing. $10.71 to $6.43, and then there's my almond milk. I didn't have anywhere else to put it. And then this was our favorite thing that we found. Let me move some of this stuff out of the way so I have somewhere to put it. I called David and I told him, I said, they got all these here ribeyes, what you want me to do? And I was telling him the prices. He's like, because, you know, I wasn't going to buy a whole bunch of steaks just in case. I wasn't sure. And he's like, I'll fire up the grill for that because we can't eat out for that. So scratch Saturday's eating out to steak. We're having steak night. Okay, look at these prices. $18.89 to $11.33. This one's a little bit more fatty, but that's okay because I like those. $18.89 to $11.33. $18.61 to $11.17. $27.14 to $16.28. And $22.10 to $13.26. And ribeyes are my favorite steak, probably because of the fat. Well, not probably, I know because. And then these little things, it'll take 2 packages for a meal, but still. Now, it's not a huge markdown, but the price of a meal is dirt cheap. So $3.60 to $2.16, and if I do 1, 2, that's $2.78 to $1.67. So there's $2.16 and $1.67 for one meal. You can't beat that. And then here's another pack, $3.73 to $2.24, and $3.60 to $2.16. Oh, and these are little boneless chuck steaks. So that's just a quick little meal. And then they had this sliced ham. Oops, there we go. Smithfield sliced ham for $2.39. So I got 2 of those, and that will freeze just fine. Then let's see, we got a beef stew, a $10.49 to $6.29. These little things, they're called boneless lean beef bites, $4.96 to $2.98. I will stir fry them and do like maybe some tacos or some little burritos or something like that. But $3 for a meal, you can't beat it. Mix a bunch of peppers and onions with it. There you go. And this was not marked down, but it was on sale for $3.99 a pound. And I'm going to cut it in half and make 2 meals. The boneless chuck roast. And then here is a pack, just a small, I can't hold my camera and look too, a small butt roast. This is the perfect size for me and him. If I just want to shred it and do like some barbecue sandwiches. So $7.78 to $4.67. And then this is the perfect size pack of country ribs too. They had some other big packs marked down, but we didn't need $10 worth of country ribs because that was more, I mean, I could have separated it out, but I just got this one pack because it's coming into summertime, and I don't typically make them in the summertime because you bake them so long in the oven, it heats the house up. So we'll get this in before it gets really too hot outside. But it was $8.38 down to $5.03. Then we got a pork tenderloin, was $5.15 to $3.61, and then this one was $5.19 to $3.11, and that's why I got the Allegro to make the bacon wrapped tenderloins. And then back here we got the ground chicken. I don't know how much it was, but it was only $3.43, so I got 1, I'm trying not to go in front of y'all, but I don't know how to do that. 2, 3. And then here's some more pork chops. This is thick cut pork chops. There's 2 in there. $4.55 for $1.42, and that's enough for one meal. If I ate half, he could have 1.5, and that is plenty. That's plenty for a meal for us. And then here is another thick cut, $5.89 to $1.84. You can't beat that with the stick, people. Actually, what I could do if I wanted to, since there's 5, I can do 2 and 2.5. So I could do 2.5, and that'll be 2 meals. And then I got all these chicken breasts. Let's see. Let me look over here, and then I'll have somewhere to stack that. So I got chicken wings, $8.05 to $4.83, and this is one meal. One container is one meal. $7.94 to $4.67, and $6.99 to $4.19. And then the chicken breast, I got all those. $5.87 to $3.52, and this is a little over a pound. This is 1.5 pounds. So I will be taking all these out of the package, cutting them in half, freezing them on a big baking sheet, and then popping them in a bag. So $8.15 to $4.89, $7.83 to $4.70, $7.25 to $4.35, $8.57 to $5.14, and $7.09 to $4.25. And finally, this nice little salt pork for $2.57, and I will slice that up, which I'll go that way. Slice it up, freeze it on a tray, store it in a little bag in the freezer, and there you go. You got it ready for beans. So that is my Food Line haul. Listen, y'all, you can't beat this with a stick. I don't care who you are. We are set for meat. And we got a nice variety. I was telling him pretty much the only thing I'm going to have to buy now is hamburger. They didn't have any hamburger marked down. Because we got different cuts of pork. We got different cuts of chicken. Different cuts of beef. So we're looking good on meat. All I got to do is decide what I want to do with it. So that will do it for me. Oh, no, it won't do it for me. Coming up next is the bonus thrift haul I was telling you about. So stick around if you want to. And if you don't, I hope you're having a good hump day, and I'll see you in my next video. Okay, well, I don't have much of a haul, but I wanted to share it. That's why I thought I would just stick it on my grocery haul. Why not? Thrift. It's all thrift. I wanted to go to Senior Citizens Day at Salvation Army today, and on the way down the road was my favorite Goodwill, so I swung in there, and then I was killing time to pick my mama up, and had time to hit C-Van. So I do have something from all 3 places, although it's not a lot. So the first place I went was Goodwill, and I found these. I honestly have never seen tea lights this big. This will fit in my little coffee cup that I bought to put those other candles in that I do not like. But these were $1, a 6-pack for $1. They come from Walmart. Clearance for $2, so I don't know what they cost. Regular. They're not scented. It says unscented, but I like the flicker. The if there's no scent, I'll still like the flicker going on over there. So I got 2 of those, and then I actually found some books. I found this one. I don't know. It just had some regular food in it because I really don't have any cookbooks at this point in my life. Right? But I picked this up. Healthy Meals for Less. I don't know what year this was made. Under $1 a serving. Let's see. Just out of curiosity. When can you eat for under $1 a serving? 2002 and 2002. As previously published in 2002 as Miserly Meals. Interesting. But I thought that sounded fun to read. Then, okay. So I collect the top secret recipe books, and if I find other copycat restaurant books, I buy them, right? Well, I saw this one, and it is called More of America's Most Wanted Recipes. So I'm looking through there. I'm like, okay, that's what that is. I think I'll take that. I'm looking. Up on the high shelf, nowhere near this one, was the first one. How cool is that? I bet somebody donated both of them, and when they were putting them out, they just stuck them wherever. So I actually got the pair. How How cool is that? So I'm excited about that. And gosh, they're like brand new looking. So is that other one. I got that, and then I got a shirt. Check this shirt out. I should be able to wear it now. I should not have to hold it. Look at it. It's got a collar. It's sleeveless, and it buttons down. And I just love this neck detail. So I am positive I can wear that now. So I was thrilled to find that. That was all I got at Goodwill. Then I went down to the Salvation Army. Senior Citizens Day, 30% off. So I got this set of baskets, set of 3. It said $1.99 for the set, so that was all 3 of them. So that was 30% off, whatever that is, 60 cents. So I got all 3 baskets for $1.30. Yeah, hey, that's a deal. And I didn't need this. No, I didn't, but I got it. It is the little bamboo top and stainless steel. I know I have them. I know I do. And it's got a little straw. It was $1.99, 30% off. I know. Then check this out. I know some of you, I want somebody that's watching to tell me right now that you have one of these in your house. Now, I've got to put more flowers in it because obviously the flowers are picked off. Me and my first husband, used to make these. He had a bandsaw set up for me out in our shed. And we used to make all kind of wood stuff. And some stuff he would cut out, some stuff I would cut out. And then we would stain them and paint them and decorate them and give them as gifts and decorate the house with them. Because that's back when the wood stuff was popular. This was popular in the 80s. So we used to make these. Now this is not exactly like the one we made. We made one a little bit bigger than this. But when I saw it, I knew I had to have it. I will take this out of there and put all fresh greenery in it. I knew I had to have it. $2.99, 30% off. Worth it to me. And it does not have a hanger on the back. So I'm pretty sure I know where I'm going to put it. But when I get my flowers in there, then I'll decide. And then I got this shirt that I should be able to wear now. It is just a tank. It's made out of a t-shirt material. But I know you can't tell, but it flares. It's got a little flare hemline. I thought that was awful cute. Just because I'm 60 don't mean I can't be cute. It ain't happened yet. I can keep trying. So I'm excited about both of those. And then I went to C-Van and I found these 99 cents for these little key charms. I thought that was pretty cool. And then I found one book. I never find books in there. I just never do. This was on the very tippy top, and I did not have this one from Mr. Foods. So I was excited to find this. And I finally looked at my receipt because I never know how much their books are. Their books are $1.39. That's how much their books are. And you might know that'd be the one place I never find any. The cheapest place. This is between this and what I'm fixing to show you are my most treasured finds today. What is that? It's a hurricane lamp stand. You put a candle in the middle, right there, and you see that right there? That's where the hurricane globe goes. I'm absolutely in love with this. It was only $1.99. You heard me, $1.99. I am getting some major 80s vibes, 70s vibes, old-timey vibes. Listen, my house is, I went out and we ain't got time to chat. We'll talk about it on way in. We'll think, I'll try to remember to talk about it on way in. We ain't got time to chat. We've already done menu and groceries. But this. So, I've got to go to Wanda's and get me some new globes because I don't want to steal globes off of my oil lamps that I have in the closet. I want to get one for this and one for that other thing I bought last week. So that's all I bought. That's it. That's the end of my thrift haul. That is the end of this video, and I will see you tomorrow for weigh-in. Okay?